I am on an iPhone, and when you click the button to go into your chat, which is here, I'm opening ChatGPT, and this is the interface that I see. In the top left, see if I can make that. This is your open and close button. If you'll click on that once, it is going to open your entire sidebar. That's where you will see previous chats. These two lines now have moved over here. If you click on them again, it closes your sidebar. So there are two buttons that you need to be able to use to open and close your sidebar. The first button is here. This will open all of your previous messages, even the ones that are on your desktop. To close that, you want to close them using this button. The most important thing that people do not know yet is most of us are familiar with just coming in here and typing a text message at the bottom of our phone. So if I do that and I touch this message bar, I can come in and say, tell me about hockey. We've had this big hockey. We've had this big hockey event that's happening. I can type with my keyboard and hit the regular send message. And when I click send, it's going to do an absolute regular ChatGPT answer. When it's answering, again, if you're taking notes, whenever you see it answer, you will see a circle with a square. That will turn back to a different icon. You'll see it in just a second. That will turn back to a different icon as soon as this chat completes. This is a standard button, but it doesn't look like an arrow button. So we're going to see why. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to say, tell me about Arkansas. Tell me about Arkansas. And do you see that as soon as I start texting in a message, it changes to a different style of icon? After we finish filming this, I will come back in and explain why it's doing that. But anytime you add a message, both in the desktop and in the mobile, once the message is in, this arrow is explaining that it is ready to now send it and receive an answer. I'm going to hit the send button on my phone. It's going to go to the internet and it's going to begin to answer. And so now you can see the answer is coming. While the answer is going, you will see, and these things are important, it has changed to a circle with a square. That means the answer is still running. You will see it, if you're watching that, change back to a circle with an arrow as soon as it's finished. So let's look for that. As soon as this finishes, this will change back to, well, it changed back to an icon. And I hope you saw that. It did change. But I'd like you to open up your phone, which this is what it should look like. When you click on that app in your phone, you're going to see this message button. I have taken this message button, which I have made in red, and I've blown it up. And we're going to go through each one of these step by step. If you can, go ahead and put into chat that you're able to see the buttons. Again, I'll be answering all of the questions at the end. I want to make sure that you can see my screen while I'm showing the buttons. If someone can just type yes. Okay. There are 4 buttons that are shown on your phone. I'm going to go left to right, and we will practice these. The first button is amazing. You can add an image on your phone. Again, I'm going to show you all of this in action. The first button is add a document. I don't know why they didn't make it a paperclip, but add a document. The second button is turning on and off the internet. So I want you to take notes on your handout or notes on a piece of paper. The second button is turning on or off the internet. The next button is a microphone, and this microphone is different than having a conversation, which is why I want to do this. This is also allows you to speak to ChatGPT, but it's a little different. So we have 4 buttons: add a document, search the internet, speak to ChatGPT so you can transcribe, and have a conversation with ChatGPT. Let's go see those in action. I am going back to my iPhone. I am on the home screen. I'm simply going to click ChatGPT. When I click it, it opens up ChatGPT. I'm going to for sure go to a clean chat because I want to start fresh. This is your new chat button. And now I am in that box that you see on your handout. The first thing I'm going to do is, again, add an image, turn on and off the internet, transcribe, and talk to. Let's do these one at a time. When I click this add, and I'm going to do that, I'm clicking on the add button. There are 3 things that I can do. Most people don't know that they can do this. When you click this add button, you can attach a photo from your files. You can take a photo of anything, and you can also attach a file like a PDF that is from your computer. I am going to take a photo. I'm grabbing a piece of paper. You'll be able to see this from start to finish. I'm going to clean off these arrows. Get rid of those. Clear all drawings. I am clicking this take a photo button. You can now see, let me see if I can't take it this way. You can now see that I have my phone over a document. You can't really see all of it. I'm going to hit the take photo button. I have now taken a photo. It's telling me that I can annotate on it, that I can go back, that I can move next, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click. Again, I love that I can annotate on this. I'm going to click this next button, which is going to allow it to go into ChatGPT. It's now adding it to ChatGPT. And I'm going to now type, what is this? So let me give you a use case. You are in a grocery store. You don't know what something is. Is it healthy? Is it not healthy? You turn the can or the package around, you take an image of the nutrition, and you can say, is this healthy or not healthy with your phone? So I've uploaded an image. I've just said, what is it? I'm going to click the send button. It is going to send the image and the question out to ChatGPT. And now it is answering. Let me get rid of these. So what is this? This is a flow chart or concept map related to eating healthy nutrition. The central theme is eat a healthy diet, improving choices and well-being through better food choices. I want you to think about what we've just done. let's see if I can open that. What we have just done is we've said, I'm out with my iPhone with in my pocket. I come to a restaurant. I take a picture of the menu outside and I say, I'm a vegetarian. Is there anything I can eat on this? I hit go and it'll tell me. Or you're in someone's office and you're looking at a financial plan of some kind that hopefully just is a blank asset allocation, no names. You can simply take an image of that asset allocation and ask questions about it and say, is this good or bad? And it will answer. Any kind of thing that you're in public with or anything on your desk, you can take an image. So I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to close this out. I just clicked close. I'm going to go to a new chat because I don't want to talk about well-being. New chat button, new chat. I'm going to come back, which is add a photograph. This button, I'm clicking on the plus sign. I am going to take a photo, take photo, get rid of those drawings. And I drink, I don't know if y'all have ever had a Celsius before, but I drink Celsius energy drinks. I'm going to take a picture of the Celsius energy drink. I'm going to come in and I'm going to hit next. It's going to drop it into my chat. I'm now going to text in it with my keyboard, is this healthy? I hit go, and now it's going to begin to answer that question. Again, we'll be taking questions at the end of this so I can answer any questions. Is this healthy? Simply from an image. Celsius drinks, like the one image above, are often marketed as healthier alternatives to traditional drinks. No sugar, no artificial preservative, but however, it depends on what you want by healthy. Just begin to think of all the things that you can do, from taking pictures of PDFs that you see out in public to pictures of billboards that you want to maybe follow up on, to restaurants, anything. My car came up with a what is it called? An error message on a dashboard light. I took a picture of it. I asked ChatGPT, what does this mean? And it answered that question. So that's all that you have to do to learn how to use the plus button, which I think is pretty amazing. Let's move to the next button. This may be the most important button of all. Very few people know about it. ChatGPT has two modes. One, and you'll watch it turn blue. When I click on search, you can see that it turns blue. It is now going to search the internet. It actually will search the internet, and the most important part about searching the internet is it is going to now provide you with sources that you can search, because we all know that ChatGPT may or may not give you good answers. Again, that button is here. You can turn it on. It will be blue. If you touch it again, it will go back to clear and you are not on the internet. I'm going to hit search and I'm going to ask it something that is current. So let me get rid of the text. Clear all drawings. Last night, those of you that use the internet know that I love Claude. Claude.ai came out with a new model either this morning or yesterday. I'm typing in Claude.ai has a new model. Is it better? And now that I have on the search feature, It is live and up to the minute. You can see it is searching the web. It is finding different sources. And look at what it says. This was just released. Not only is it telling me, yes, Claude, which is owned by Anthropic, has recently introduced Claude 3.7, that it's its most advanced AI model, it also gives me the sources, which if you're in real estate or even publishing or anything, I can now come in and click. Well, this might even be more valid. Reuters is a well-known news. So I'm going to click on Reuters, click on that, and it is going to take me to the news article that tells me about it. And this was written February 24th at 12:32 p.m. So yesterday. Why is that different? Let's go back. I'm going to go erase these. This is probably one of my favorite things that I've ever taught because no one is teaching about how to use these on the phone. So search is a key element. Anytime you're looking for search, it's very important to do that. I'm going to leave search off and I'm just going to type in Claude AI. What did I just call it? Sonnet 7. Sonnet 7. And let's see if it knows what it is. It is not going to come up. Well, it did know, which is interesting. It's not going to come up with any source. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I'm on the paid version. I am current. Forgive me. But if you're on the free version, it will not come up with sources and it will be old. So bottom line is, if you're looking for sources, you want to make sure you have the search button on. Moving to the next button. The next button is here. I'm going to go to a new chat. The next button is here. It is and you have to give, if you're clicking on it, you have to give ChatGPT access to your microphone. I've already done that. I'm going to click the microphone. It is not talking to ChatGPT. What it is going to do is transcribe your message. So instead of having to type it on your phone, which can be a lot, instead of having to use the keyboard, this is a transcription button. So I'm going to say a long transcription. I'm holding the button down. You can see that it is recording my voice. Hi, ChatGPT. I want you to assume that you are a marketing expert in the field of publishing books. I want you to create a project management checklist for me. I'm an agent and I want you to help me tell a new author exactly what information I would need if they were going to do business with me. I want you to format this as a checklist and I want it to be in order with headlines and formats above each of the headers and sections. And I want it to be in a professional tone in English. I'm now hitting the check mark. Can you imagine how long that would have taken to type on the phone? This is a remarkably fast way. Look at this entire chat. Well, let's see if I can bring it down here. Whoop. Well, you can't even read the whole, there it goes. You can see how long this chat is. I would not want to have typed that. If I want to transcribe my prompt, I'm going to transcribe it here. It is not going to talk back to me. It is simply taking my prompt and putting it inside the message bar. You can see that now the go button is ready. It has an arrow. It's as though we've said, now we're ready to send this message. I'm kind of interested to see what it's going to do. I'm going to punch the go button just like we would, and let's see how well ChatGPT does. Clear all drawings. This is on my phone, guys. I have asked it this super long prompt, and I have hit send. and look at the answer that it has given me. Book publishing agent, author, onboarding checklist. Author information. I need your full name, pen name, contact information. I asked it to format it specifically so it would look beautiful. And it did. Manuscript details. Marketing competitive analysis. Tell me how this book fits in. Rights and publishing. Author agreement. Submission materials. Marketing and branding. Look at this. Now, I know we have some people on the call which actually are in the agent publishing thing. How much time would this save? And it's simply, and again, I want to do it a second time. It is simply because I transcribed this message on my phone rather than try to type it in on a tiny little keyboard. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to clear the drawings. I'm going to go back to new chat. I'm touching new chat. This is where all of the buttons are. We've already learned about how to add a document or a picture. We've learned about how to turn on or off the internet. Right now, we're looking at the transcribe my prompt button. Next, we'll be looking at this one. I'm going to go back to transcribe my prompt, and I'm going to use an example of being a financial advisor. Again, you have to be very careful that you're not asking it to do something that's compliance related, but I'm going to click the microphone. I'm going to give it a complicated prompt. I want you to assume that you're a financial advisor with a background in tax IRS rules. I have a client that is 67 years old and wants to understand succession planning of what's going to happen if they die, giving their IRA to their child versus leaving their entire IRA to a charitable organization. I want you to format this in a table with pros and cons of each. Please do this in a formal output. It's now converting that really long chat into an actual prompt, and you can see how helpful this would be. I'm going to come down here to the ready to send button. I'm going to hit send, and now it is sending that difficult message out. Here is a formal table comparing the pros and cons of leaving an IRA to a child versus a charitable organization. These are some hints that you need to know about how ChatGPT works, or it'll aggravate you. When I said create a table, a formal table, ChatGPT tries to be as helpful as possible, and you can see it created a table. A lot of times I think tables are easier. However, it has cut off this table. And so here's the way to do that is you just simply put your finger on the table and you scroll to the left, and it's going to reveal the rest of the table. So that's how you actually can see a table or anything that has scrolled off. If you're using this for any kind of tax information, I would highly recommend you make sure that you check your sources. AI can certainly make mistakes. It can hallucinate. It can even make things up. But look at this information, pros and cons, leaving it to a child, leaving it to a charity, and here it is. Now, if you want to copy this information out, I'm going to hold my finger. You can't really see it. I'm going to take my finger and just hold my finger on the phone. If you're following along, it's going to change the look of all this. And you can see the copy button here. It's hidden, you know, it's just hidden. I'm going to click copy. I'm going to click this button, and it's going to copy all the text. It doesn't tell you it's copied it. I'm going to now go to an email, or I'll just go to my notes pad. I will open it. I'm now in my notes pad. I'm going to touch my notes pad. I'm going to hit paste, and now it's pasted it in. I recognize that this is a lot of information. That's why this will be recorded. But how fun is it going to be to know this information? Again, hold your questions to the end. I'll be going back and answering all of them. Okay, quick recap on the first section that we've learned. It's about to get crazier. Go back. I'm in ChatGPT on my phone. I'm going to hit new chat. It's going to bring me to a new chat. So far, we've learned how to add an image, how to turn this on and off to search the internet, how to transcribe a prompt, which I love. But this is the have a conversation button with ChatGPT. This is where, remember I said it can see, hear, talk, write, and it can see. We've seen that it can see because we added an image. We've seen that it can hear because we talked a transcript in. It can not only hear, but now it's going to talk back to us. When I click this conversation button, it's initially going to come up with a black circle. You can't talk to it when the black circle is there. You have to wait until a larger blue circle appears. And I am so excited to be the teacher that gets to say, if you try to do it when it's black, it won't work. When it turns blue, it will work. I know you're excited. Let's see what that means. Clearing this off. I'm going to come and click the conversation button. And I'm now going to have a conversation with it. Let's see, what do I want to talk about? I'm going to talk about sleep. It's turned black. It's now blue. Hey, ChatGPT, are you there?
Hey there. Yes, I'm here. What's now blue?
The circle is there. It's blue. Now I can talk to you. Is it okay if I have a conversation?
Of course. I'm here for a conversation anytime. What's on your mind?
I'd like to talk about the importance of sleep and productivity.
That's a great topic. Sleep is crucial for productivity. Getting enough rest helps improve focus, decision making, and overall cognitive function. Do you have specific questions about how sleep impacts your productivity?
No, I'd actually like to change gears. Can I change my conversation?
Absolutely. What would you like to talk about instead?
I would like to talk about how can I have a conversation with ChatGPT and why do I have to wait until the circle turns blue?
When you want to chat with me, the blue circle means that everything's connected and ready for us to talk. It just ensures that the system is set up properly. Do you have any other questions about how to use ChatGPT?
No, but thank you.
You're welcome. If you think of anything else, just let me know.
Okay, so now that I've had that conversation, it's going to ask me a couple of questions. The first question, let me get over here. The first question is going to set, and I don't know why it does this, but it says, did I like or dislike the conversation? And you can see it's hiding the new chat button. This is for training. If you liked the conversation, just give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a thumbs down. This is a 1-minute voice conversation. I asked it a question and it answered the question. There is a second array of buttons that is on page 2 of the handout. Page 2 of the handout. Once you open this chat button, it's going to open a new set of buttons. Once you click on have a conversation with ChatGPT, it's going to open a new set. As you've just seen in the demonstration, you can see that the camera turned blue. That's when you can have a conversation. When you do that, these 4 new buttons are going to appear. Starting on the right this time, when you're ready to end the conversation, you simply hit the X and it ends the conversation. If you want to have a conversation with an image, a photograph, or if you want to share your screen, I'll be demonstrating, you click these 3 buttons. If you want to mute yourself while you're talking to ChatGPT, you would click the mute button. And a reason you might want to do that is that you may have background noise. And so once you ask your question, if you have background noise, ChatGPT will try to answer the question from the background noise. But this one, I said ChatGPT can see this is a video. It's going to turn on your video. Let's just go through those buttons again. The first set of buttons, when you open ChatGPT, you have 4 buttons. Add an image, search the internet, transcribe your prompt, or talk to ChatGPT. When you talk to ChatGPT, it opens up a new series of buttons. In the conversation, talk to photographs, take a photograph and talk to it, or talk to your screen. You can mute yourself on and off if there's background, and it can now see. This is the button we're talking about now. That is the conversation button. I'm going to click the conversation button and begin a conversation. All of these buttons are going to change, and you'll see them. We'll go through them one at a time. Here we go. I'm clicking the conversation button. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you doing today?
Hey there, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How's your day going?
It's great. I'm a real estate agent in Key West, Florida, and I want to market my business. How can you help me? I'd like 5 ways that you can help me market my business. I'd like it in a numbered list, just 5 quick ideas.
Absolutely. Here are 5 quick ideas to help you market your real estate business in Key West. Leverage social media. Use platforms like Instagram and Facebook to showcase beautiful properties and local attractions. Start a blog. Share insights on the Key West real estate market, local
Okay,
events.
ChatGPT, that's enough. I'm going to end the conversation now. Is that okay with you?
Of course, that's perfectly fine. Have a great rest of your day.
In order to end the conversation, I'm going to hit the X button. And now I have ended that conversation. We've used this button, the conversation button. Realize when we use the conversation button, all of these are going to change. I'm going to hit the conversation button, and I'm going to skip the other ones. I'm going to go all the way over to the, when I hit this button, I'm going to go all the way over to the video camera that you're going to see, and I want you to watch what happens. So, okay, I hope y'all are ready. I'm going to hit this. Let's see, I've got to find something it can look at. Okay. I'm getting a copy of my book, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, I'm deleting these. I'm going to hit that button. Clear all drawings. I'm hitting the conversation button. Hey, ChatGPT, are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here. How can I help you today?
I want to use your site capability, and I see a video button down here. Can I punch it?
Sure thing. You can tap the video button to start sharing. Let me know if you need any help.
Okay, I've just started sharing. What do you see?
I see a book titled The 7-Minute Difference. It looks like a productivity guide. Are you planning to discuss it?
Who wrote the book?
The author is Allison Lewis. Are you interested in exploring some of the concepts from the book?
Yes, what can you tell me about the concepts in the book?
The 7-Minute Difference focuses on making small, manageable changes to boost productivity. It suggests starting with small steps, like using 7 minutes for planning or self-reflection each day. It's all about building consistency and focusing on priorities. Does that sound like something you might find helpful?
I'd find it very helpful. Thank you. I'm going to end the conversation. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Feel free to reach out anytime. Have a great day.
I'm going to end the conversation by hitting the end button. Now it did transcribe, which it should have done a moment ago. It did transcribe the conversation that we had. So in that case, you can actually hold your phone, just touch it. Remember how we did it a moment ago, and copy that information. It seems to be wanting to struggle. I'm going to stop share and share again. it's struggling with once we get a video file in there. Advanced phone cables. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to look at the final two buttons on the phone app. I'm coming back. I'm clicking my ChatGPT app. 4 buttons that you maybe only thought those 4 buttons were there. I'm going to hit the conversation button. When it's black, you can't talk. You have to wait until it turns blue. Hi, ChatGPT. How are you?
Hi there. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you? Is there something specific you'd like help with today?
Yes, I would like your help. I'd like to know what this microphone button is at the bottom of your screen. What does it do?
Sure. The microphone button allows you to speak your question or command instead of typing it. It activates voice recognition, so you can have a hands-free experience. Would you like to try using it?
No. Can this also, if I touch it, can it mute out background noise?
The microphone button mainly toggles voice input on and off. It doesn't specifically mute background noise. However, many devices and apps have noise canceling features built in that can help reduce background noise during voice input. Is background noise something you're dealing with?
No, but ChatGPT, you're wrong on that, but that's okay. We're going to move on. Can you tell me what these 3 dots are for at the bottom of this screen?
The 3 dots typically open a menu with more options or settings. It might let you access additional features, settings, or actions related to what you're doing. If you tap it, you can see what options are available. Would you
Okay.
like more details on any specific feature?
No, I'm seeing that I can share my screen and do that. How can I share my screen?
To share your screen, you usually need to click a share screen button or option. This often appears in the menu or toolbar. Once you select it, you may be asked to choose what you want to share, like your entire screen or a specific window. Then just confirm and start sharing. Are you using a specific app or platform right now?
No, I just started sharing my screen on my phone. I'm going to now show you my screen, and I'm going to ask you, what are you seeing on my screen right now?
I can see your phone's home screen. It looks like you've opened a browser or search app. Is there anything specific you'd like help with on your screen?
What do you see on my screen?
I see that you're on a Google search page with some news articles visible. If there's something specific you'd like to do or search for, just let me know.
What actually do you see? I'm circling it now.
I can't see the specific details you're
Oh,
pointing to. Could you describe what you're circling?
it's a
Then I can help you better.
it's a bird. Do you see it?
I can't see the bird clearly. Could you describe what you're looking at? If it's an image, I might not have the full details.
Okay, thanks. All right, so now I have turned that off. Let me just make some final comments. When you open the second button, and this is the end of what we'll be talking about today, when you open this conversation button, it's going to open an entire different series that my guess is very few people know. You have got to wait until the black circle turns blue. You can simply have a conversation. When the conversation ends, you can click the end conversation button. I'm using it more and more that when I turn it on, I turn on its eyes, which is crazy. I turn on the video camera, I point it at things, and I can have a conversation with whatever it sees. You will periodically want to turn on the on and off mute button because if you have background noise, it hears it. But you've just seen also that I can share my screen. It didn't want to answer questions about the bird, but as I wrap up this very crazy technology, this is just the beginning of what we're seeing. You're going to be able to use your phone to do almost everything. And even though I've shown you the functionality, I want you to wrap it around that your phone now has all the knowledge in the universe that you ask questions to. And you can do it either for free with ChatGPT up to a certain point. I pay the $20 plus, and that to me is mind blowing. So if you're looking at this on my YouTube channel, I'm delighted you were here. I hope you'll subscribe, like, leave a message. ChatGPT is just getting started. I'll see you in the next video.